So we're back on the carnivore, and I'm following the method that I laid out very, clearly from the beginning. And it's taken a lot longer. We always seem to, just a human thing, underestimate the challenges, even when there seems to be an open vista of opportunity. It's hard. Things are hard. So back on the carnivore at 166. Was even lighter this morning, so I'm around 165. And I'll be posting up my weight, but when I get up and I start walking and training. And training has been, it's really, as I stated before, we're going to be reaching the gym end of next month. There's not going to be any significant changes in that time. Significant as far as body fat goes is to get as lean as possible. And so that's why we're back on the carnivore. I was having issues and knew it way ahead of time, eating the carbohydrates, undulating in the protein fast with high fiber carbohydrate sources such as brown rice, but the body tends to want to hang on to every calorie in the form of fat when going down to ultra low body fats. So we're at about 9% body fat right now, and we're headed down to 5 to 7. That's the first stop. And then the real trauma comes typically, at least in the past, when you want to go down even lower than that. And that's inevitably what's going to be happening, because I plan on staying carnivore, undulating protein fasts with high fiber, high quality sources, and clay pot cooking with very few cheats. So you can see I have maybe 1 to 2 cheat days, but I'm always walking, so they're not full cheat days. And the cheats are like a box of protein bars, a pizza that I buy from Walmart that's like a Red Baron pizza that's 21 to 23 or so ounces. So they're relatively small pizzas. So I did that last month. I did that this month. I don't crave, like my cravings are changing. And so the walking is the most crucial aspect here, is going back, working out 2 or 3 times a week for my 10 to 15 set resistance training lame body weight. But they're not so lame because they're difficult. They're difficult right now because of the lack of fuel that's available. And each time I get leaner. So I realized that I'm actually not as muscular as I was in the past. So the body weight that I was shooting for is a little bit high for the body fat that I'm shooting for. So even now I have a decent amount of body fat on me, and my waist is only a little over 30 inches. So what effectively happened prior to is I got down to a 28 and a half and even lower. But I measured drawing in my waist, and it was 26 and a half with a 44 inch chest. So right now it's 30 and a half with around a 44 inch chest. So I'm still about 4 inches, 2 to 4 inches away from where I was. But that's where I'm at. That's the exciting thing is that though when you get down to minimal amounts of body fat, when you burn it, you see huge differences. I'm not vascular yet. There's no noticeable veins even in my arms. So the vascularity is going to be the first sign. Now I'm starting on a supplement, a tribulus supplement that has a really high quality tribulus and had great ratings. Posted it up down below on the community post. I'm adding in minerals. I was able to get a hold of some minerals. And so there's really nothing that the diet is missing. In fact, going into carnivore, I've got ample supply of pork and eggs, and there are no excuses. So this is a big month, and it's particularly next year is a big year, keeping it going. So the process has worked. It's the process that I used in the past. Like I said, I used to get shredded using pork, but when my body fat was higher, it wasn't working so well to go back to the pork just because there's so much fat in it. My entire pork loin has something like 35 to 40 grams of fat, depending on weight. So now that I'm fit, my metabolism's going crazy, I can feel my endocrine system, and I'm starting to feel that healthy ache, that biogenesis take place. And it's an exciting thing, that autophagy getting kicked off. So I may be staying carnivore. I'm not real sure yet, but I really do like the carnivore diet. It's what got me into this. I wouldn't even have felt that I could have achieved what I've achieved without the carnivore. And I almost wonder, and couldn't answer this conclusively, as to whether or not I stayed on the carnivore the entire time, that I might not have gotten to where I am now much faster with a little more muscle and without all the issues. Because right now I have a ton of energy, and I can only say that the fat, the ketosis, is the contributing factor to my overall sense of health and well-being. So maybe you should have stayed on the carnivore the entire time.